Hi, my name is Haley, and I will be discussing about the popular myth that many people think handwriting is related to our personality. There are many reasons people tend to believe in the myth. One of them, however, is graphologists suggest that handwriting is a form of expression, so therefore it is related to our personality. They use examples of how one may cross their T's and dot their I's to refer to how our emotions or characteristics of ourselves are related. Some also strongly believe in graphotherapeutics, or how we can change our personality by fixing bad handwriting. Another reason people tend to believe this myth is due to courts and law enforcement using it, so therefore it must be true. Many believe this myth due to the number of crime and mystery shows that will use how one may write something to determine if a crime was committed by them or not. Lastly, many will relate the belief that handwriting is brainwriting. Many graphologists will relate the fact of how one can write with their foot is related to their handwriting, which in turn correlates with our brain power and personality. 3 outsider views of the myth were asked. My mother, in her opinion, was that she believed the myth. She related it to the fact that those people that are more meticulous tend to have better handwriting. She reminded me of my grandmother and how neat her home is and how everything has its place, just like her handwriting. Her opinion was all a personal anecdote that had no scientific evidence to support it. Another person I interviewed was a family friend named Brinley. In her opinion, she believed the myth due to her personal encounters with people that are unorganized and messy, which tend to have similar handwriting. However, her opinion was a personal anecdote and did not have scientific evidence to support it. The last person I interviewed was a family friend named Miss Terry. In her opinion, she did not believe the myth. Her opinion was based solely on her experience as a teacher and how she would have big, muscular football players that would be assumed as the typical jock athlete, yet their handwriting was neat. Yet again, her opinion was a personal anecdote with no scientific facts. However, there is clear evidence and research that does not support the myth. For example, Geoffrey Dean performed one of the most insightful research projects over different graphology tests in 1992. He performed a meta-analysis over the studies in which he analyzed several different yet similar studies of the same sort of information to find a relationship. As stated in 50 Great Myths of Popular Psychology, after performing a meta-analysis over 200 studies, Dean found a clear failure on part of the graphologist to detect personality traits or forecast work performance. In another study, job applicants were asked to write the same sentence and then were reviewed by graphologists, where they were then told to predict behavior and personality types based on the handwriting. Yet again, it was found that graphologists could not predict job performance solely based on handwriting. Lastly, in another study performed at the Wright State University in 1976, 6 handwriting experts were asked to judge 48 different handwriting styles from 15 personal variables. According to Vestwich, Santee, and Moss, it was concluded that the analysts could not accurately predict personality from handwriting. In summary, one could say that handwriting and personality could correlate at some point in some instances, but they have no direct correlation at all. One could say that you could relate the two in some instances, but they cannot be directly correlated together ever.